Amazon doesn't take a big bite out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can find it there, great. But I endorse that. If once you hang up and if it stays with you, then yes, it's for you. If it falls apart, it's not for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, my darling. Well, you are so wrapped up in largest wings of light, you have no idea. And because it's the new moon energy, I am holding that intention with calm, crisp, clean knowingness that the perfect opportunity is here for you. Now, if you notice a little switch, I did not say it's here for you now. Okay? It's simply in the here for you. Because now implies that there was a past or a future. So it's simply here. It's in the present. It's reaching out to you as you're reaching to it. It is embraceable. It is lovable. There's a lovely feminine energy connected with whatever I'm feeling. So your position is here. It's here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much, Elaine.
You're so welcome, my beautiful friend. I'm loving you.
Thank you. Loving you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's speak soon.
Okay, so I'm going to just kind of finish up with what I had started with. Well, first of all, in case you haven't figured it out, you are listening to The Purple Portal, and you do have every opportunity to check into my website, Higher Consciousness, HIER, consciousness.com. And you can check out my new book, and you can check out my old work, which was Spiritual Law, which is really very fresh and alive. And you can call in 321-806-3159. My email, purpleportal777@gmail.com, is available to you as well. And I must confess, it's even more available to you when I remember to check that email. But I'm making mental notes to check it now more frequently. So there's a caller on the line. Hi there.
Hi, Elaine. It's Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, too. Did you get the 4 pillars?
I did, and I thank you very much.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Shannon, I know that you do some work with the galactic information.
I do.
All right. Well, this new moon yesterday seemed to open portals, galactic portals, and it was a galactic activation day yesterday. So it's really a super large new beginning. So what do you need to begin, my angel? What's happening that you need to continue to let go? Oh, is it something about your self-esteem? Huh. Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh boy, they just flashed that one across my eyebrows, so I couldn't miss it. All right then. Well, let's talk about self-esteem for a second. You don't by any chance have your 4 pillars there?
I do.
Okay, go to page 2, and there's a little box that has a number in it. What's that number?
3.
Okay, 3. 3 Chen East. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's your gua. Okay. Okay, I can see why your whole self-esteem is being recalibrated this year. So as something's being recalibrated, first of all, embrace the recalibration. It's wonderful when we are recalibrated, and it's necessary to it's like they have to shuffle the deck, right? The old deck was finished. So in the recalibration, and it will be a bit uncomfortable because what we call the disaster star is on 3. It's on Chen East, which means, you won't fit. You don't fit in your old body, and you're not quite yet in your new body. Got it?
That's That's how it feels.
Yep. And all I can say is I'm validating that for you. You are not crazy. And don't fight it. Don't anesthetize it. Don't drug it. Don't Valium it. It's perfectly normal, healthy, and brilliant for you to have this at this time. I wish I could say to you, oh, not to worry, it'll be over, like a good bout of a cold or something in 10 days. Not so fast, because if I hadn't walked through this kind of initiation in the year called 2016, I probably would have been a little more glib today and say, oh, Shannon, don't worry about it. It's going to be over before you know it. It took me 1 year to take the knots out of myself. And I'm not going to spell those knots Knots. I'm going to spell them Nots.
Oh.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And when you put your knots down, which you could see, it's like me changing my nutrition. It is 1 degree at a time. And as I just make the smallest change and don't eat the Tootsie Roll, just a slight adjustment, you will at least feel more comfortable.
Okay, that's helpful.
It's very helpful. And some of the mental anguish and suffering will drop. Okay. Yeah. And why there's such a brick, it's feeling like a brick wall around you with these knots. Okay.
Yep.
It's because they're protective. They've been in place a long time. And you needed them at one point, but now you don't need it. And so the body, though, is used to having almost like an armor. And it's not comfortable to have sort of the armor be melting like wax. And it can be messy. And it's going to take courage. It's going to take courage. Have you felt you needed like a shot of courage every morning?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel very uncertain. Everything feels very cloudy.
And it is. Okay, so you're right. This is good. You're not crazy. That's the other thing. When we feel we're so uncertain, we think we've done something wrong or we have to make a change. No, because of a couple of things are in your way. So now we've identified there's this chaotic star right on the east, right on number 3 for the year. As you and I are speaking, but it's been this way now for at least a good week. We've got Venus is retrograde, so that's going to bring up some issues surrounding your whole love life. Okay. And you're going to have to perhaps look elsewhere for comfort. So maybe people who have been in your life, male or female, doesn't matter, that have given you comfort, maybe they no longer can at this time. And that registers as disappointment or anger. But nope, it's just part of the aspects as they're happening. So no hasty decisions right now for you.
Okay.
Particularly about relationships or romance. So, for example, I think you're married, are you, Shannon?
Yes.
Okay, so if you get good and angry with your honey, this is not the cycle to determine, well, we're done.
That is so helpful.
Okay. And no, your honey did not call me.
It's very curious.
That's really interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there has been tumult.
Yeah, because if you could actually almost understand everything that I'm seeing astrologically, the actual, an entity known as the goddess of chaos and discord is rearing her little head, and she's going to affect a lot of people. Relationships that were tried and true won't be so tried and true, and in haste, people will throw them overboard because the discord is so uncomfortable.
Yes.
And then it's going to be mirrored all around you. And the chaos, it'll be almost like you could cut it with a knife. And it will bring you, just so you know, a feeling of discomfort with almost whatever you touch, whether it's the relationship with your honey, your relationship at work, your relationship with humanity. It's like it nails against a chalkboard right now.
Yes.
So what month are you born? What's your sun sign?
Taurus.
Oh, good old Taurus. Okay, then. Taurus could be a tad stubborn and fixed.
Just a tad.
Just a tad. And meaning resistant. Okay? So that's what's got to be broken up. Resistance.
Okay.
And you almost have to break up your whole interior. I don't know if you're familiar with the Osho cards.
I know you've mentioned them.
Yeah, you would really like them, Shannon. Every time I tap into your energy, you would like them. There's a picture. Do I have it? I think it's, wait a minute. I do. I brought the Osho cards today. He's such a good teacher, so consistently for me. And it's, here it is. Oh, it's actually card number 11. Now, in a tarot deck, that card is really frightening. In his, it's called Breakthrough. And here's what it says. If you are now feeling that enough is enough, allow yourself to take the risk of shattering the old patterns and limitations that have kept your energy from flowing. You can't change the other guy. You have to break through and break out. So it's all this, it's almost like sticky gook that's preventing a breakthrough in your life. That's why it's so uncomfortable.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm. And I know it sounds like I'm some sort of sadistic being here, but I'm like going, yes, okay, now let her hang in there and break through this, because I've now lived long enough to see when we miss the opportunity that a year like your year is giving you this year and my year gave me last year, if we miss that opportunity, I've actually come to the conclusion it does one of two things. It shortens our lifespan, and or it doesn't shorten the lifespan, but it makes it very difficult with one serious health issue after the other.
Oh, I don't want that.
No, I'm not into that. If I had to pick, I'd rather go, let's do choice number one and I'll start again. But then, of course, you lose the footing and the understanding of how you got to this place. At least now you're conscious and you can do the work.
Okay.
Okay, now, just because you're aware of this galactic information, I'm going to just read you, which again, I think is playing it's playing into what's happening. Saturn. Now, Saturn is the disciplinarian. It's the, it's that skeleton that has the scythe that walks along clearing the forest out, and you and I are the forest. Well, Saturn at this point is in Sagittarius, which would ordinarily bring higher knowledge, which is what I'm giving you. I'm giving you a massive cupful of higher knowledge. It does, see, Sag is like the joy maker and the optimist of the whole zodiac. But Saturn says, I'm just going to rain on your parade. I'm going to sit on your head, and not so fast, old joy buddy. So Saturn, because of the placement in Sagittarius and the way everything is aligned at this time, both galactically and in Western astrology. So I think you know enough to know that right there is an unusual configuration.
Yep.
Okay.